How you doing? Come on in. The Come On In Sports Network invites you to join us for the 9th annual Kelly Mills Fundamentals of Football Camp. This year's camp will be Saturday, June 29th at 9 a.m. at Harrell Playground in New Orleans, Louisiana. Donations are welcome, and if you would like to be a guest speaker, please contact the legendary Coach Rock at 504-417-2529. See you then. Welcome all sports fans. I'm Dolph Jackson, one of the hosts of the Come On In Sports Network, a brand new sports network catered to sports heads like yourselves. Here on the Come On In Sports Network, we'll be covering the latest topics and current sporting news from around the world, such as baseball, football, basketball, and more. So sit back, relax, put your feet up, and come on in.
The Come On In Sports Network.
How you doing? Come on in. I'm Dolph Jackson, and this is Come On In NFL Flash Report, Baltimore Ravens. Well, family, one Raven is poised for a breakout year. That's right. I'm talking about one of the most versatile safeties in the National Football League. None other than the Ravens safety, Marcus Williams. This is courtesy of Ravens.com, and it was written by Mr. Clifton Brown. Speaking of Marcus Williams, in 50 words or less, this is what Mr. Brown had to say. The first day of summer was this week, and players and coaches won't be together again until training camp begins. However, NFL news never really goes on vacation. Here are my current thoughts on the Ravens, all in 50 words or less. Marcus Williams' energy at mandatory minicamp was impressive. He was vocal, assertive, and completely locked in. Williams has 20 career interceptions and is still just 27 years old. If he stays healthy for a full season in Baltimore, I think he'll show people just how good he is. Appearing on NFL Network, Williams described the commanding persona of new defensive coordinator Zach Orr. As he did as a player, he's going to do as a coach, Williams said. I have the utmost respect for him. Mike McDonald was a superb coordinator. I think Orr would be too. And for those who didn't see it, here's a little bit of that interview.
The number one defense in the AFC last year. But there's been a lot of changes. So Mike McDonald, the head coach, Denard Wilson, Anthony Weaver, a lot of guys have left. What do you need to do this year, Marcus, to retain that number one seed in defense with Zachary Orr and some of the changes that we've seen this offseason?
It's just all about, how you come together in training camp, that camaraderie, those days, those long nights, just being together, locking in on the film room and locking in on the field, because every day is important, every day counts. And when you go into that season, every season is not going to be the same. A lot of people are going to leave, a lot of people are going to come, but we always have that next man up mentality. Everybody will be, practicing as if they're a starter, because if you practice as you're a starter, anybody can go in there, anybody can play. So I think we do a good job with our coaches, our staff, our players, by having that mentality to go in there each and every day and practice to our, the best of our abilities.
Marcus, Baldy just mentioned it. Zach Orr taking over as defensive coordinator. He is 32 years old. Remember, he had a really good NFL career that got cut short because of a neck injury. May still be playing, if not for that. Now he takes over as your defensive coordinator. He's 32. Kyle Van Noy's 33. You've got players as old, if not older, than Zach Orr on this roster. How does he command the respect of that room? Because I know he has.
man, he definitely has the respect of the room. He comes in every day, puts that time in, that work. You know, age is just a number. You put in that time and that effort to come out and be the best at your role, as he did as a player, he's going to do as a coach. So, you know, I have the utmost respect for him, the way he presents himself, the way he carries himself, and how he coaches us and how he listens to whatever we have to say. And he doesn't have an ego that we can't, you know, put our input. So that's a good thing. And he's also not going to, you know, just hold back just because he feels like we are about the same age. You know, he's still going to give you that good hard coaching to make sure that this I'm still the coach, but at the same time, we still can have that good, proper communication so we are excelling on the field.
All right, family. That was Ravens safety Marcus Williams joining the NFL Insiders this past week. Marcus Williams is a young man that has been good since the time he entered the NFL when he was chosen by the New Orleans Saints. Many want to remember Marcus Williams for the Minneapolis Miracle. But beyond that, Marcus Williams has been one of the best safeties in the National Football League since joining the league. And if not for injury, which slowed him down, he would, quite frankly, be one of the top, I believe, four to five safeties in the National Football League. And I think with this season coming up, we can expect nothing but great things from Marcus Williams as he gets ready to unleash his talent upon the entire AFC and the entire National Football League. Now, Marcus Williams has a running mate in the secondary who some around the league, so-called experts, are calling overrated. I'm talking about Ravens cornerback Marlon Humphreys. This article is courtesy of Ravens Wire and Mr. Paul Banks. Take a look at this article, family. Ravens cornerback Marlon Humphrey responds to claims that he is overrated. As Darnell Jefferson said in the program, one of the most underrated football movies of all time. I kind of agree with that. It was good. I refuse to be cast into pejorative light. The same can be said of the Baltimore Ravens star cornerback Marlon Humphrey, who responded to claims that he's overrated. The seasoned veteran even called out the specific publication by name. I did see that from one of those people that posted it, Humphrey said on his Punchline podcast. As I sat there, I was like, I was hurt last year. So I didn't really lock up anybody last year. So just get, I guess you meant to say, just got dang it healthy and lock some people up. Just get damn healthy and lock some people up. But that list ain't bad. I don't like that. Let's start this over, fam. Let me read that, because I'm stumbling all over that. Marlon Humphrey said, as I sat there, I was like, I was hurt last year. So I didn't really lock up anybody last year. So just get damn healthy and lock some people up. But that list ain't bad. But why you cooking me? Bleacher Report. I gotta get back in blood. It is what it is. So he's calling out Bleacher Report, who at times have some articles that are controversial. And Marlon Humphrey feels this way. Hey, I was hurt. But listen, I'm still that dog. And you're gonna see this year. Humphrey is referring to a recent post on Bleacher Report that gave his take on who the most overrated player at every position is. Humphrey pointed out that he was slowed by injury last season, missing 7 regular season games due to a foot injury requiring surgery. As a result, the 27-year-old Hoover, Alabama native statistical production sharply declined. His having been hurt last year is also the reason he missed parts of organized team activities and mandatory minicamp this month. Humphreys explained. I did day one of minicamp, and then I took 2 vet rest days. I'm kind of on the NBA routine sometimes. Took 2 rest days, but man, I'm excited. Listen, since Marlon Humphreys had donned the Ravens uniform and entered the National Football League, he's been a very good cornerback. Would I ever call him the best cornerback in the National Football League? Probably not. But would I call him one of the better cornerbacks in the National Football League and upper echelon cornerbacks in the football league, in the National Football League when healthy? You best believe it. And here's another thing. The Ravens have 2 young members of their defensive backfield that are young, and Humphreys and Marcus Williams. And remember, the Ravens had the #1 defense last year. A scary thought for those in the AFC. As we wait for training camp to get started next month, family, what will the 2024 Ravens do? Can they finally get over the hump? Can they advance back to the AFC Championship game? And can they solve the puzzle of Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs? I'm Dolph Jackson, and this is Come On NFL Flash Report, Baltimore Ravens. I want to remind everybody to join us on the Come On In NFL and Come On In Sports Network. Hit that like bell, subscribe, put your notification bell on. The Come On In Sports Network is not only home to Come On In NFL, we're also home to Come On In NBA. Also, the hottest, you heard me, the hottest pre-game show on all the social media as the NFL turns, which is hosted by Nonfiction, Zach, Carlos, PJ, the legendary Coach Rock, and yours truly. Until next time, family, take care, and we out.
The Come On In Sports Network.